All right, this is super serious, and so we're not going to make light of this. Lauren Boebert, the radical and repugnant, sanctimonious Republican Congresswoman, who talks about how Christianity is the one moral path and Christianity needs to be involved in civil government and all these different, how everybody else is a bad parent if they have a trans kid or if they're gay or whatever. Okay, that Lauren Boebert was potentially involved in covering up her own then husband, soon to be ex-husband's alleged child abuse against one of her own kids. There is the story of the facts, and there is the story of Lauren Boebert's, I know with Ron DeSanctimonious, it sounds crazy to use the word, but her sanctimonious pleading about how she is the moral one when she may have been involved in this. So let me tell you what the allegations are. In December, Lauren Boebert's teen son called 911. And the reason that her son called 911 was to report that his dad, Lauren Boebert's husband, was abusing him, that he was, quote, throwing me in the house. The teen sobbed through the 2-minute call, saying he didn't understand why his dad was mad. The boy called back soon after, suddenly denying it happened, with Lauren Boebert jumping on the call to say the boy is fine. Okay? So, 2-minute phone call. The teen calls and says, my dad's throwing me around. I don't know why. The call ends. Garfield County Sheriff's Office deputies are going out to Lauren Boebert's house. The teen calls back and says, oh, I take it back. And suddenly Lauren Boebert's on the phone and says, my son doesn't need any help. Jayson Boebert denied to the deputies that he got physical with his son. Lauren Boebert put out a statement yesterday saying the safety and well-being of my family are the most important things in the world. We've had tough times and heartache. I've taken action to ensure there are better days ahead, presumably meaning that she is going to be divorcing her husband. An affidavit says that when Jayson Boebert was served with the petition for divorce, he became extremely angry. He started yelling and using profanity. And Lauren Boebert denied that that's what happened. When we go back to 2004, we know that Jayson Boebert was arrested and pleaded guilty to public indecency and lewd exposure after allegedly exposing his genitals to 2 young women, one of whom was 16 years old, at a bowling alley. Lauren Boebert defends her husband in her book, claiming that he was actually the one who was harassed by a female bartender who said, show me your genitals. So we have a situation here where, if it is true, it appears as though Lauren Boebert potentially realizing the very bad situation that it would be for her, for police to show up at her house just a few months ago, potentially to arrest her husband for child abuse that her son called 911 and said was going on. The speculation is she made her son call and retract that allegation that his dad, Boebert's husband, was becoming physically violent. And if that is the case, she would be involved in a cover-up of child abuse. Now, we don't know that that is what took place. We are still learning more about this. But it's not about getting involved in the personal lives of these individuals beyond the fact that they both declare themselves the top and mightiest arbiters of morality and ethics, and they go around telling everybody else what they're doing wrong based on sexual identity or gender or whatever the case may be. And in addition to that, that they stake a claim for their religion, which in this, with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and others, it's always Christianity, that Christianity is the moral and ethical law of the land that should be the law of civil government. So they are sanctimonious hypocrites. Now, whatever the truth is about whatever abuse one of Lauren Boebert's sons may have suffered, it's a law enforcement matter. But to the extent that these folks want to make law and tell everybody else what's right and what's wrong, they are horrible, sanctimonious hypocrites. One of our sponsors today is Fume. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. So instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad part from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning device that does exactly that. Fume is not electronic. There's no vapor or harmful chemicals. Fume is just a delicious flavored air that makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts, which is great for fidgeting, which can be great for people breaking bad habits. Look at what people online are saying. They weren't sure what to expect, but ended up loving the taste and the feel. Stopping is something lots of people put off because it's difficult to do, but switching to Fume is easy and enjoyable. There's no reason that you can't be the next Fume success story. Head on over to tryfume.com and use the code PACMAN to save 10%. When you get the Journey Pack, which comes with the device and 3 flavors, the link is down below.